Now this guy right here is the Sandisk Extreme PRO portable SSD version 2, 1 TB, and this guy, as you saw there, is promising speeds up to 2000 MB for read and write. This is almost the double the speed of his predecessor, the version 1, and this is true, but there is just one small issue with this SSD. This one requires a very new port, the USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 by 2 port, which is very new, and you don't find nowadays in the mid 2021 many laptops that provide this port. So with the most laptops of today, this one will run at half of the speed, and that's up to 1000 megabytes per second. So today we will do a little unboxing of this SSD. Let me grab my Swiss small knife. How is this thing called? I have no idea. It's a small knife, a short knife, it's a multi-purpose knife. How do you call it in English? I have no idea. Please write in the comments below if you know how this is called. So this is the SSD. So in my opinion, it's very small. It has good material. It looks like high quality, and look how small it is comparing it with my phone, the Samsung S20 Note Ultra. So it's very small. So in the box there are two cables. One is an USB-C to USB-C cable. Probably this is the one that I will use it. And there is also an USB-C to an USB-C Type A. I think it's called USB Type A. Yeah, two cables inside. Now this SSD is water and dust resistant. This is what they are calling it. So that doesn't mean that you can throw it in the ocean and this SSD will survive. It means it will survive if there are some splashes, or if it's raining, or if a little bit of water is coming on it. That shouldn't be a problem. It's also resistant if it's falling down. They are saying that if it's falling down from 2 meters, should be okay, you should not have any problems. But I wouldn't try that anyway. Why do you need an external SSD nowadays? Well, you use them for backups, and why I got this one is because I want to try to edit video and photos directly on this one and not using my internal SSD of my laptop. And anyway, the internal SSD of my laptop, it has just 1 terabyte, so it's not too much nowadays. Another terabyte, it's very welcome. You find this SSD in sizes of 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes and 4 terabytes. You don't find it in 550 megabytes anymore. This SSD doesn't work at his maximum speed, even on the new MacBooks Pro with the M1 processor that were released at the end of 2020, because those ones doesn't have that port. The only two laptops that I found on the internet that have that port, and those laptops will unleash the full potential of this SSD, are the MSI Creator 15, and I also think in the Dell XPS, the last model, has that port. So on those two laptops nowadays, this SSD will work theoretically at 2000 megabytes per second. If you don't have a laptop that supports this USB-C 3.2 Gen 2x2 port, this one will not work at its full potential, so it will work at 10 gigabit, which is exactly like his predecessor. So I don't think it makes sense to invest 25 or 30% more on this version 2, because they will work at probably at the same speed. So you may want to get that one, or if you plan in future to buy a laptop that supports that port, you can buy it now. Another good version that reads and writes up to 1050 megabytes is the Samsung T7, which is a great external SSD drive, so you may want to check that one. tool. I've tested with this crystal disk mark, a free tool that you can find on internet, and this tool is reporting 1033 megabytes per second for read operation and 1008 megabytes per second for write operation. So this is pretty much half of the potential of this hard disk, which is 20,000 megabytes. But because I don't have that port on my laptop is 3 or 4 years old, it doesn't have that port. So the hard disk is working at half the speed. But when I test it, I copied something like 30 gigabytes of files from my laptop to this hard disk, to this SSD drive, external SSD drive. I was able to achieve just 550 megabytes per second, something like that. So that's half the speed that it was reported for read and write operations by that tool. But probably this is normal because it has to first read from the hard disk of the laptop and then to write on this external SSD drive. So this was my unboxing video of this Sandisk SSD drive. I will try to edit photos and videos directly from this one. I will keep you posted. Maybe I will do another video in the future to share with you the results. I mean, how this thing is working. But I think this was for today. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like it, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.